Live rise. First and foremost, respect. All praise due to the divine. All praise due to the higher self for guiding me. All praise due for myself for liberating me and understanding the things that I go through. Secondly, if you watch this panel, you've come across my energy. Divine loves you. Divine loves you. Oh, divine loves you. Because it's hard to find me. What I can do is rare. And I know this. Every time I raise my energy, they speak. Divine says, don't focus on that. Focus on me. Most of my trials has been to keep my head away from the distractions and focus on the divine, which is guiding my higher self, which is liberating my physical self. Listen, be mindful, keep your eyes open. If you find me, divine loves you. If you discard me, you will pay. I am special to the divine. And this I know deep down inside my being. There's nothing in this world that would deter me from that. The physical is easily tempered. Thus the reason for strengthening it through characteristics and immoral, heinous situations that you may feel that why are you going through these things, only not to know that you are being made strong. Strong amongst the same energy that you believe is heinous. If I never told you how I was going to strengthen you, or if I told you how I was going to strengthen you, you would be more prepared for it. And it wouldn't take place. So majority of the time, you believe it's the devil that's putting you through something. It's some negative force that's putting you through something. When in fact, it may be just the divine raising you through that. One of the major things I like to do is be still. In my youth, and this is with any youth, you feel like you're unstoppable and you want to take on the world. You want to experience, you want to explore, you want to fly high. You want to touch, taste, and smell everything, and not knowing what it is that you're trying to obtain in these attributes. You just want to do it. Well, as you get older and you get tempered, you understand indifference. These indifferences will merge into other things in your life that you're not going to be prepared for when blindly misusing your self-awareness. Divine doesn't make mistakes. What happened is you as your physical body just don't get it. And the longer it takes for you to realize your everyday, the more lives you have to live in this type of energy. This type of energy. What is this type of energy? This is a vibration. Understanding what you can be and where you are going and where you come from. These are all indicative and subsequent values that are going to lead to the circumstances of understanding what one is and what one will be going, the outcome. I've always had a super large heart. I've always given blindly. It was one of the easiest lessons for me to learn from the divine, because I would question. I would say, people would always blame divine. They would always say, God did this, God did that. Or why, if God is real, why he let this happen? Why is this happening, right? And I would be like, everybody keep coming at God. Y'all keep coming at God. I don't appreciate it. When I was little, like, I'd be like, yo, y'all keep coming at God. Like, what you did for God? Like, I'll be on some whole other shit. Like, they be like, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'll be like, man, look, y'all coming at God. I don't appreciate that. Like, I just had an affinity for that. Almost like when you little and somebody mess with your brother or something, or mess with your mom or something, you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I'm like, don't talk about God. Like, what? What was you saying? Like, it was just different for me. You know what I mean? Like, my connection and being able to have an affinity for the unseen was always a particular since I was little. I would always look off into the distance and daydream. You know what I mean? I would see things or tap into energies, and it would keep me locked in emotion. I was able to come out of these meditations as a kid and didn't know I was meditating. And I would draw, or I would build, you know what I'm saying? Or I would attempt something physical. The aggressed kid. Like, I'm He-Man. That was me as a kid. Jump off shit, be flying through the air. I can fly. Jump from one thing to the next, just crash everything. And we'll do it again. Jumping off buildings and shit. Just remembering the spiritual energy that entails mathematical value and understanding the circumference of physical capabilities and what this means to the DNA circumference to a lineage of people. You know, you got some people in this world that talk about what they think they know. They be talking about it. That's what they do. They document and they talk about it because that's what they do. They can't do nothing else. They'd rather tell you, we documented this, so this has to be us. Well, my grandfather used to say, you don't got to talk when you're the truth. You take that how you want to. I ain't here trying to tell y'all nothing about no Egypt, Ptah, Universal Planetary. I'm just trying to keep your connection to the divine and strengthen who you are in your being. And the only way that can happen is by you opening that key. The reason why I said people always talking, because if you ain't it, you got to talk about it. I've been talking about shit since I've been waking up. And everything since I've been doing these videos for over, I don't know, 15, 16 years. You know what I'm saying? 14 years about, I say, since like what? 2008, something like that. Or everything I dropped was my current experience to the vibration of my being at that moment. So sometimes it's other pages that I had that I lost, but they still up on YouTube. And if people are interested in going back to see me in a different time, leave information in the comment, and I'll link that. In the description, or I'll link it in the comments, so y'all go check out the old shit. But it's like mad videos, like from a long time ago when I was dropping shit that people didn't understand. That's happening now, and people like, yo. And it's not my knowledge; it's knowledge that we all can tap into. And you got to understand something. When a person is speaking like they feel like they discover something, it's because they tapped into it, something that people are not normally tapping into. So yeah, it's a discovery because it blows your mind. The things that are in the things that are in your normal situation, if you hear about it, it's not like, oh, I was mind blown by that. It's in your circumference. It's normal. Your synapses can pick up on it quick, so you don't feel like that's something new. But when you go into the ether and you pull out a thought, and it's for everybody, and you can drop that jewel because you are keeping your eyes on the direction of your higher self and the guidance of the divine, then you know what happens. It feels new every time because your ass ain't tapping into that. Yeah, we know that the knowledge is infinite, ain't nothing new under the sun, but it's a new time. I caught it again. So quit hating. You already know the vibes. You know what I mean? It's Naga. One.